welcome to the lighter side of the dark side. It's your weekly freak show here on Renegade Radio and every podcast catcher and YouTube, everywhere you listen to us. It's me, Dark Mark. I'm the goth comedian, and as always, everybody's favorite horror writer, Nicole Six.
Hello, good evening out there, internet.
Nicole, it's we're getting to know a lot of new people, and I have to thank Charlie Renegade for the guests that we have tonight.
Yeah,
it's going to be we're getting thrown into a mosh pit. Basically, is what's happening tonight. Very metal, very beer drinking, very party. We have a couple people from the upcoming Amazon Prime series Band Wars. We have Ticker Twizted, and as a surprise, and say your name because I don't want to mispronounce it.
Hekate.
Hekate, and they're both in great bands. Ticker's from Cryptamnesia, and Hekate, you're with, what is your band?
I'm with Deadbeat Blackout. We're like 80s heavy metal shit. It's pretty wicked.
Like female Iron Maiden. It's pretty dope.
Female Iron Maiden. We could use a female Iron Maiden if you ask me.
He's too kind.
Yes, and this is a love story, and there's all sorts of permutations that I've include drinking beer out of a pig's head, paint golf, going to golf clubs. I'm still not sure if Ticker has a big dick or not. We're going to get into all that, but before we do,
I call it the tick stick.
Yes, we'll see. Maybe we'll get proof, Nicole. Who knows? But before we get Nicole, you interested in that?
Not really, no.
Okay, but anyway, we'll see what happens. But no offense, Ticker, but even though you do resemble somebody else with the name Six in some respect, we'll get into that too.
Even worse.
Oh yes, I know. But we're all so hyped up, and you want to know why? Because we're drinking Ray's energy drink, and I was so sleepy today. I had to drink mine before the show, and it was my last one. Ray's energy drink is the best energy drink you can have. It's I actually have the Baja Lime, which is tastes like Baja Blast from Taco Bell, but even better, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 crash. Just go to the description if you're on any podcast catcher or YouTube, and you can get 15% off a case of Ray's energy drinks. And let me tell you, it's better than anything you'll find in the store. You can only find this in gyms, GNCs. It's the best.
You know, I'm interested myself because I would love an alternative for this. This is good, but
Bang's okay.
I like
Ray's is better. Ray's is better, and it's 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 crash. They have sour gummy worms flavors.
Ooh.
They have one that tastes like a pina colada. They have all sorts of great flavors. So, Nicole, what are you drinking?
I'm just drinking fruit punch.
Because you never know. You never know with Nicole what she's going to be drinking. I thought it was some sort of concoction, but it wasn't. So
tonight I'm going out to see my fellow with my girlfriends, and I'll be drinking a lot tonight, so I'm not getting started yet.
Yeah.
No, trust me. You're facing yourself. We all have to do that. Now, there you go. What are you guys drinking?
Rum and Coke.
Rum and Coke? Okay, great.
Pirates.
That's good. That's usually my drink when I go to if I'm not driving and I go to the clubs. I'm a rum and Coke guy myself. But and you guys aren't going anywhere. So Ticker, there's a lot going on with you two. You're a host. You're a YouTuber. You're the lead singer of metal band. Now, have you always been in the Portland area or the Northwest?
We're from Bellingham right now.
But yeah, always Northwest.
Yeah,
for both of us. Yeah.
But you're always like in that sort of scene.
Yeah.
And Bellingham is where?
It's north of Seattle, about an hour.
You could throw something at Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're right between Seattle and Vancouver. I'm assuming.
In fact,
exactly.
When we go visit our camera guy, one of our camera guys and my guitar player Saren both live together, and every time we go to their house, it says "Welcome to Canada" from like our phone.
That's great. Well, here's the thing. Now, you guys are way too young to remember the big Seattle scene of the early '90s when everything exploded.
Oh yeah.
So when you guys came of age, what was the music like around there? I'm sure there were still some
Yeah.
grunge people running around, but
Yeah, garbage.
Garbage.
And especially now. I mean, ever since COVID happened, it is just royally fucked Seattle big time. They have a lot of the forced vaccination mandates, like to even go to like a store, to go to a venue, to go anywhere. So like the numbers have just dropped for turnouts for shows in Seattle. Shows getting canceled left and right because of it in Seattle.
Right.
And, you know, a little further south to like Tacoma and shit like that, which is a different county. It's still popping there. It's pretty cool. But Seattle is very dead. Kind of scary these days too.
Well, there's some people that linger. Like we know
Yeah.
Steve Unger from Metal Church,
Yeah,
who's actually going to be on
Yeah.
the show. Pamela Moore, who was in
Queen's right.
Operation Mindcrime with Queensryche. They're all around. It just seems kind of like, you know, what was, because now it's kind of like a mix, you know, in the music scene. Like there's all kinds of different metal stuff. It doesn't seem like there's like a specific genre. I feel like there's a big horror punk community
Yeah.
that
That's
I
cool.
didn't realize until I got into horror. I was in a band for 12 years called Rot that was kind of like oh man, like Avenged Sevenfold meets like some kind of 80s band.
all right.
But then I got into horror and I'm like obsessed. Like I think we should talk later too, because I have a horror themed podcast too called Dead Man Radio. It'd be kind of cool to collab and stuff.
Absolutely. Well, tell us about that, Dead Man Radio. You brought it up.
Maybe another time, because I'm really excited to talk about what we got going on with Band Wars and.
All right. Well, I mean, we got now. I just wanted. Yeah, well, maybe we'll talk about it later. But when you guys were like in high school, what was going on in the Pacific Northwest music wise?
Oh man, I don't know. I was listening to a lot of Korn and System of a Down.
Yeah.
I know the music scene in Tacoma. I'm originally from Tacoma, which is about 30, 45 minutes, depending on traffic, south of Seattle. And there was a lot of really cool, like all ages, like punk clubs and shit on like 6th Avenue.
All ages?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
fuck
cool.
yeah. Like Hell's Kitchen. It was sick. And I mean, everything just kind of slowly started dying out by the time I was getting out of high school, and either dying out completely, like venues closing, or taking away the all ages. So it was kind of like, well, fuck, now what am I going to do for the next couple of years? Guess we'll go in the parking lot.
And then for us, it was, Avenged Sevenfold was really big when I was in school. My first guitar player and I, we saw Backcountry on the TV, and I remember like when you hear like Tommy Lee talk about how he watched Kiss play and stuff, like when it was like a big moment. I think Avenged Sevenfold, it's weird because Avenged Sevenfold's not like this big inspiration I have. It's more like Rob Zombie and stuff, like KMFDM.
Yeah.
But when I saw that music video, me and my guitar player were like, whoa. Because like they had like the cool, like, you know, Fear and Loathing theme going on, like tentacles everywhere, like the solo, the back-to-back dual solo.
So wicked.
And me and my guitar player were like, we want to be like that. And it's commercial, or, you know, but I love it. Like, and I love all music. You know, I know a lot of people like talk about, oh, well, I like underground only, or this or that. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Just like if I hear a guitar riff and like the vocals are like hot, I like it. Like,
Well, yeah, good song's a good song.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter what it is. It could
Right.
be fucking EDM. If it's a good song, it's a good song. You know, it gets you moving.
Yeah.
and
Well,
shit.
that's the thing.
in the
Yeah.
music scene, I guess I just kind of made my way all around the place, because lately, since I joined Cryptamnesia, because I've always loved horror, and I was really open up to it. And you find out that the film scene over here is like best friends with the horror music.
Yeah.
Like the film, the horror movies and the horror film music people are all like best friends over here. So like, because I did that, we got to meet Mick Strawn, who does like all the stuff for like Nightmare on Elm Street. But he was also like the guy who did all the stuff for like Mortal Kombat, the movie and stuff. And we're friends with the new Jason Voorhees over here. He's like the new face
His
of
name
Jason.
is legit Jason too, Jason Brooks. Like it's like you were born to be Jason.
Yeah, so
Really
like,
badass dude. He's in Band Wars quite a bit.
Yeah,
too.
he he is.
And by the way, if you're listening to audio, that's coming from a woman wearing horns. So
Yeah.
she knows her horror.
Yeah, we constantly get told that we're like the same person. When we first met, it was like that, and
That's why I think we just get along so well.
we both love
He could put up with my
Jackass.
shit. So.
Yeah, and she can put with my shit.
Not
we
to
can both-
cut in, but I actually am a horror writer, and I'm friends with.
I heard.
Yeah, I'm friends with a lot of. Do you remember what the Splat Pack was, or are you a little too young?
I don't. Not that I like. I just don't recognize
It was circa 2000. Eli Roth, James Wan, Rob Zombie, and
Okay.
I'm drawing a blank on his name. I won't mention any of his movies, so I'm not embarrassing myself. But they're all people I got to meet when I was back in the MySpace days.
What?
Yeah.
MySpace
James
days.
Wan actually sent me a friend request this week on Facebook because he found my new Facebook and was like, "Hey, long time no see."
Hell
So it's
yeah.
fucking cool.
Sick.
The whole thing
Hey, by
about
the way-
horror,
That's incredible.
I was bringing
Did you
it
see
up
the
because
smiles
horror
when you
is
mentioned
such a-
MySpace?
Oh yeah, dude. Simple days, man. Fuck if we could go back.
The thing about horror is it's such a close-knit community that everybody kind of knows everybody else.
It's like that
That's
up
what I
here
meant.
too. Yeah. It's really cool. It's like a family. It's kind of like a nice little
Yeah.
collective unit. And it's really cool because everyone helps each other out with upcoming projects or short films, etc. You know, it's really cool. It is very close-knit community up here, which is nice.
So I love that I transferred over to that because like Crypticon up here is huge, and because of Crypticon we had Dee Wallace, who was the mom of ET on the show, and like I said, Jason, we're gonna have we're doing the Friday 13th Vengeance. We were both in the next movie for the Friday 13th Bloodlines,
So much
and
fun.
we got to meet the newer Pinhead and Richie fucking Ramone. Can we
Yeah.
cuss? My bad.
No, please. We
Nobody.
encourage profanity, and Richie Ramone has been on our show too. He's great.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
he's down where you guys are at.
Yeah.
We were actually gonna go down there and hang out with them. So if we're ever in a Hollywood area, we'll let you guys know because we're hoping.
Oh,
to do
absolutely. I'd love to hang out with
Band
you guys.
Wars. We were doing some Band Wars down there if
Yeah.
the funding goes right, and that's what we're all trying to do right now is funding. And the thing is that we can do it ourselves, but we're trying to.
Be a little more accommodating for a lot of the musicians because like with Band Wars, so I mean we're the hosts of it and it's kind of like Viva La Bammy type of show, Jackass and Practical Jokers. We just fuck around.
But for musicians,
Right, musicians, entertainers, and not just metal, rock, or whatever. I mean,
Mhm.
we've got country people on there, we've got rap people on there,
Sure.
EDM, so really everything. And we really just kind of want to like bring the Pacific Northwest, like all these underground little projects like into the forefront on Amazon Prime and shit. And so we do all these skits and stunts and shit with these people, musicians and shit all over the place. And so yeah, we definitely want to be able to accommodate a little bit better, because we've been doing it all ourselves, out of pocket and shit. But it'd be nice to be like, hey, look, here's some extra gas, here's
we want to help the musicians.
yeah, make
Well,
it a
especially
little
with the
bit more
gas prices
worthwhile.
these days. Jesus Christ.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck,
I know.
man! I don't know what it's like down there, but it's like over $4 up here. It's like,
Oh, wait till you get down here.
oh,
It's
shit.
not good. Fortunately, I have a car that does flex fuel, so I actually get a discount. But anyway,
My car doesn't have windows.
I hear you. So, and by the way, if people are watching on YouTube and they think that Ticker's got a bad cold, which I did, and I was such an asshole for thinking that, you have Tourette's.
Yeah, that's why I go by Ticker. Oh yeah, it's crazy because I do my film now full time. Hekate and I she helps me with it. But I work at Best Buy as like a secondary job because they have a sweet discount for electronics and stuff.
Which we always need.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they have a sweet discount for people with Tourette's.
That'd be hilarious. Well, I got some great stories about Best Buy and Tourette's, man.
Oh yeah,
I've had people walk out and say, I was gonna buy some stuff, but the guy just keeps screaming at people back there, and it's like, obviously something's going on. With
people
me.
have like told him that or his like managers they should put a sign on him. I'm not even kidding you. Like
Yeah.
like
Or people that try to be nice and they're like, it's so nice of them to let you out here. Like in the front. Like they're trying to say it's cool that they're like an open-minded business, but the way they say it sounds like I'm in a cage in the back and I get out like every 10 minutes or something.
yeah, like just some wild animal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, I've had it since I was
But-
4 and I've just had a really good attitude about it. And I understand that most people are just and people don't know. So you don't know. So like when people say that, I'm not offended. Like you don't know, and there's over 100,000 different recorded ticks with Tourette. So there's not one. If there was like one tick that represented Tourette's, everyone would say, oh, that's Tourette's. But there's so many different kinds of ticks. So it's hard to know. So like I'm patient with people, like I understand. But no, I'm not sick. We've already had COVID twice, but that was a while ago. But at work, people think I have COVID. And I'm like, and I ask them like, who
I can imagine.
COVID and makes sounds, I mean, if people are making those sounds with COVID, I mean, it's probably something else, like zombies or something. And I was told that my Tourette's is like a full zombie movie because I'm like, and then I'm like, like it's like the zombie
100%.
chase and then the scream, so yeah.
You know what would be
Very entertaining.
you know what would be a good horror movie is like instead of like everybody biting each other and becoming zombies, if people started biting each other and they all had Tourette's.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm so down for that.
Right.
As someone who lives with this, that would be pretty fucking epic.
Yeah, and I've also noticed that it's like it's a good niche for me. Like people will remember me in the community if I have Tourette's, So like I just look at it like it's positive. Like if life gives you something like that, you just gotta find a way to work with it. And I talk with people with Tourette's, and I wrote a book about it, and I try to give people with Tourette's like a perspective. Like you have this, like you're stuck with it. So like, what are you gonna do? Like you have to go out. Don't try to work at a library. Like go like live music and film, like where everyone expects. Like I'll be at a show, and I'll be like, woo, and people are just like, yeah.
Yeah, you'll hear some guy down the bar like, woo! Like, I mean, fuck. When I first met him, I thought he was just drunk having a good time because I just
Right.
hear, woo, and I was like, woo!
Tourette's is metal as fuck.
He has Tourette's, and I was like, oh, well, woo!
Yeah, so I just understand that you gotta put yourself in a place where it's okay. And then at Best Buy, I don't know, like I guess I'm content with it. A lot of people with Tourette's lack that confidence because I mean you have this thing that makes everyone look, and I get it, but like you just have to have someone flip your perspective on it, because if you're trying to hide it, then you feel like you have to be quiet and hide it. But if you can find a way to look at it like,
it's kind of like a superpower, honestly. I mean, especially with like what we do, what he does, like as an entertainer and stuff. You stand out, and people remember that. Yeah, and it's cool. People are like, oh man, dude, like right on. And like with this book, I mean, it's really inspirational for a lot of people. Just the other day, someone was hitting him up that he used to go to high school with, and we're like, their son had Tourette's, and she was like crying reading his book and was like, this is awesome. Like it helps so much to help understand
that's
this.
the
and
best feeling in the world.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think it's awesome.
Great.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Now, how many ticks happened when you asked her out for the first time?
I think I just had the woo one.
Well, I mean, we were friends for like best friends for like 4 years before that.
Yeah, we
so
would just get hammered.
I've heard them all. I'd be dying. I thought it was hilarious. I think it's great.
So
see, this is like I gotta ask you, because this is like a unicorn. I've never heard a story. I've heard very few stories like this. How did you get out of the friend zone? How did you do this, Ticker?
Well, we just kind of I divorced my husband and was like, fuck it, we're getting together.
There was just, what happened is that there was just too much that was like I said, like we're like a variant. Like there was too much, like every time we'd hang out, we'd be like, oh, me too. Like the only thing she doesn't have is Tourette's. I mean, she screams a lot when she drinks and punches people in the face. So it's kind of like,
what?
Yeah, it's situational Tourette's.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, honestly, we just kept hanging, and we kept going like, oh, me too. Like
yeah, we'd finish each other's sentences and shit. It's like fucking weird, and we were just like,
well, sometimes you have to, like I would imagine.
And what's weird is if you look at a high school photo of both of us, we were both into Johnny Knoxville and
we dressed the same.
So we
like,
had all the like the emo, like checkered black and white wristbands and Anarchy, and our hair was the same. We wore the ties, and we both had a Viva La Bam belt buckle.
I know, it's just like weird.
So, it's just that we were just like, I think we fell in love with the fact that we were both like just so much the same, which is not very common, I guess. So.
I'm just really glad he's a couple years older, because there's a couple times I've been like, are we like maybe like twins separated or something?
like
I would hate
Luke
to find
and
that. I'd hate to find that out.
That'd be weird, yeah.
Oh no, I've been banging my sister.
So you guys are too much alike. It's not opposites attract. It's like you guys are too much
And we
alike.
hear it all, like everyone. We'll go to karaoke and people are weirded out. So it's cool because we are like very much the same.
But it works out great.
She's
we
just more
agree
sexy
with
than
him.
I am.
I beg to differ, but it's great. I mean,
I'm with Ticker, but that's just me. But
But we both are entertainers. We both, you know, have the same mindset and are very driven. We're hungry, you know, very hungry, and we're down to get hurt. So we're like, dude, fucking Band Wars. Let's
The Jackass,
do
the
this
generation
shit.
of Jackass.
Yeah, it was like, you know, that generation is so great. I remember like watching MTV and hearing bam, wow, wow, and be like, yes, I'm gonna watch fucking
Johnny Knoxville, look at
yes, yes, it was so glorious. And it's sad that, you know, MTV is what it is, but
16 and pregnant doesn't do it for you.
Ridiculousness is the only time I watch.
That's the last reference I have.
Yeah,
I love that Beavis and Butthead made a comeback a while ago, and they're gonna make another. And
Yeah.
Mike Judge is making them older. They're making them
like middle
Right.
aged. Yeah.
But you know, so like we both love Beavis and Butthead. It's crazy.
Yeah, so we just,
So,
you know, with all that, we're
I-
like, Band Wars, dude. Let's
I-
fucking make
if
this
I was-
epicness.
Yeah, if I was to tell anyone anything, you know, there's a lot of people out there looking for what they think they need because of like how things are. You know, I think that you should just literally find someone that makes you feel that way and just go with it. You know, like some people go, well, I have a friend that's like a fitness guy, but he's like a soft-hearted like bass player, and he's a great guy, and he's always out there looking for like those girls that do. I'm not like calling anyone out for stuff, but I'm just saying like the kind of people like the ones that go to the beach all the time, you know, do all the tanning, really into, you know, buff guys, you know, and they find out that he's a soft guy and they don't like they leave him, you know, because he thinks that he has to be with a specific girl and they think they have to be with a specific guy. But if you just like feel some way about somebody, you know, I feel like that's what people are doing wrong, is they think they have to be with someone a specific way. And that's all that I've learned. And because I used to do that, you know, when I was dating and with people, I would get with people and say, well, this work. It's almost like you think it's kind of like looking at instructions like, oh, this works and this is compatible. I guess this is, you know, a good match. But no one ever listens to the way they feel about people. And Hekate and I didn't have a choice. Every time we'd hang out, we just really liked being like a best friend. You know, I think that the best way to say it is as a best friend.
Well, there's that, but there's also, you know, like-mindedness. You know, I mean, I've been, you know, playing music for the last few years, and my ex-husband, I mean, he fucking hated the band, like hated it. He hated all the attention I would get because I'm the front woman. And so, you know, everyone's going to come buy me a drink after the show, you know. So
I'm sure.
Sorry, rest of you guys that in the back that, but he hated it. He fucking hated it. And it'd be, you know, such a problem topic. And, you know, even with Band Wars and being in films and shit, I mean, he just that wasn't his mindset, you know. So there was a lot of butting heads. And what's really cool is, you know, not only are we best friends, but we are both driven in the same path. We're both entertainers. We both know what it's like.
We understand that there's like, you got to be nice to people. And even
it's a whole game you play.
Slightly.
You know?
Your partners.
Exactly. Partners in crime, Bonnie and Clyde. And it's great. It works out awesome. Like Band Wars has been so fucking successful and so much fun because it takes away all that business. And it's like, it just keeps it fun. It's like, we both want this. We're both having a blast. Like, fuck yeah, like keep it going.
And we're excited because all the bands around here. Like I said, like people like our friend Steve Unger and Jason Voorhees, they all were like, this is cool. We want to be involved. And, so it's exciting.
Which is pretty crazy coming from them because they're a bit older than us. And it's like, hell yeah. It's like they're proof that you never have to grow up. You know, like you never have to grow up.
Look at Jackass alone; they're on their fourth movie. They're all like 50.
Next time you're in LA, come by the Rainbow. We'll show you some people never grew up. Considerably older, but speaking of going back, and by the way, that just shows you, like Nicole says, if you're in the arts, even if you're in an individual art, you need a partner.
Always. Yeah, you need support. You know, it's one thing to have a dream, but then when you're with someone or the people around you, maybe you're single, but your friends or family don't support what you're doing. And there's always that negativity. It wears on you. And you can't really grow as an artist as much as you can to have people around you that are like, yeah, go get it, babe. You know, kick ass, you know, like it's what you need.
Yes.
Like a sport team, your cheerleader. Right?
The first band I was with was awful. And I didn't know until I got older. Because they all liked me because I had Tourette's, and I thought it was funny. But then as you get older, you become wiser, and you realize that, like, you're that guy, you know, in the group that everyone picks on.
Yeah, the butt of the joke.
Yeah. And but the thing is that we had this band that was doing good. I opened up for like Hewley Roth from Scorpions, and we were doing good.
It's great.
Yeah, Michael Graves too, or with
That was with
Cryptamnesia.
us.
With Cryptamnesia.
Yeah, Cryptamnesia.
Yeah, it's wicked.
But a couple of the old legends, I got to hang out. I get to hang out with not to like name drop, but like I just want to express like how cool this is. Like as a fan, Eddie Ojeda from Twisted Sister. I played with him in that old band, and then in Cryptamnesia and the filming stuff, I got to rekindle with him at Headbangers Con. So every time I see Eddie, he likes to talk to me, and it's just bizarre to feel like someone like him likes to remembers you out of thousands of people.
Yeah, didn't you say he has like an elephant's memory? He like remembered the exact
Everything.
day that he met.
Yeah,
right.
That's pretty cool.
So
especially if you survive the 80s to like still have a memory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like, but anytime I wanted to do something else, like I wanted to start filming. Like that's why I love Rob Zombie, because he films his own stuff and he makes his own music. Like he's a whole package, and I love that. And people would tell me, oh, you gotta choose one or the other, and that was more like a challenge. Like what? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like it makes sense if you wear yourself thin in like 5 projects, sure, but you can do both. Rob Zombie did it,
Well, these days.
You listen to his brother's band, Power Man 5000.
I opened up for Power Man 5000.
They're cool guys. They're very cool.
Yes, Spider is so cool. But you know what's
Yeah.
weird is of all the cool people I met, I like tripped in front of Spider. Like I was so like, because I haven't met Rob Zombie yet. Like the fact that you've met him, I'm just like, oh, because I want to. And but like meeting.
Well,
Spider,
I met him through
like, God.
people, like that's how you meet people in here in LA. There's kind of like a gatekeeper type society. So the only way to get to know people is if someone already knows you and then they introduce you to people.
Oh, right. And we're just breaking that point, I think, because I the local scene's like that too, though. Like, wait, hold on. I'm getting off topic. What was I saying before that?
Well,
By the way, this show has no topics. We don't do topics. We talk.
No, I know.
Neither do we. We're everywhere.
Yeah.
Let me switch the direction here, because I was on Ticker's YouTube channel. I want to get back to the goth for a second, because I saw some really old video. I think you had shorter hair.
Oh no!
You were at Club Knock Knock.
Oh yeah.
Is that the same Club Knock Knock in Seattle?
Devo's puking.
Oh my God, he's fuck.
Huh?
Yes.
I saw Knock Knock and I was like, I've been
saw
there.
Devo, our buddy Devo, puking. One more time.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that was the same. Oh, that's the Seattle Goth Club Knock Knock then.
It's not here anymore.
Oh, what? When did it stop?
Actually, way before COVID.
Okay, yeah.
Because what happened is I think they rebranded it. It started becoming like a very violent gangster community.
Wow.
I remember the last time I was there, it wasn't because they had goth night. Like even though it was, you look at it and it's like this is a goth place. It actually wasn't. It was a place that was for everybody, and then like on like certain days of the week they had. That's what I remember at that time, anyways.
It was like a chain bar that had a goth night. It's NOC, Nicole and our viewers, like Nocturnal, NOC.
Yeah.
I went there on my birthday, and this is going back.
Please tell me you were at the Mercury at some point over here.
2006. No, I don't think I went there. I went to Club Knock Knock, and I got there early, so there was like happy hour. And like you say, it was like there's some guys coming in, and then I was wearing a suit, and these homeboys are like, "Hey, what's up, Senator?" So I started rapping with them, and they were trying to get me a hooker. They were trying to get me a hooker because it was on my birthday. It was a weird time. So,
God. Hey,
so your friend puked, and I almost got a hooker. So, if they ever bring Club Knock Knock back, that's what you expect there.
Yeah. Next time, you better let us know when you're in Seattle, both of you guys. Because there's a place over here that I wish that you should have went to instead. It's called the Mercury. It's a private goth bar. It is a goth bar.
Yeah, goth.
You're only allowed to wear black, and you have to go in 3 times with 3 different members. I'm a member, and I'm actually just currently trying to make sure she gets a member. But it's a great place. And they just opened up again after COVID, but you can smoke like cloves in there. It's like one of those kind of.
Oh, that's perfect. How goth is that?
Yeah. So when you guys are in town, let us know. I gladly treat you guys to the Mercury. The Mercury is where you should have went, because that place has never changed. It's been awesome and gothic forever. I meet goths from like the 60s or 70s, maybe not that far, but
Some back
people have been
cave
around it for
Yeah,
a long time.
People that were there for Joy Division's first show are at this place. So yeah,
yeah. And that's what
I might be there sooner than you think. Nicole, before I get back to the questioning, we have a sponsor that everybody should love, whether you're going to Club Knock Knock or not. It will put a smile on your face. Am I right?
Actually, Mark, I'm very mad at our sponsor because they have not sent me the white chocolate CBD I have heard so much about.
You
And
had
it has
that
been
CBD.
months, Mark.
Yeah.
Months.
Yeah. How's the Renegade CBD? How is your?
It's Renegade, of course it is. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, yes, but we're
Renegade
grateful to
CBD.
Charlie for the guest today, but we're mad at him about the CBD.
They use real confectioners to make their candy, and they have just created a new white chocolate version, and I'm waiting to try it. I've already tried their gummies and their regular chocolate and their sugar-free chocolate, all of which are delicious, but you can get anything CBD. They have creams, they got bath bombs, they also have dog treats. I have some dog treats that I am not using because I don't have a dog, but I would look
That's
forward to
like
getting
perfect. My dog's such a fucking pothead. He's such a pothead.
So if you go to Renegade Kush, Renegade CBD, and you actually pay for it, I think you'll get very good delivery and very good products. So Renegade Kush and Renegade CBD, and we will get ours, all four of us, very shortly. So
Excellent. We're supposed to do some really cool film projects for Charlie, so I'm
That's awesome.
That.
So we're all gonna get paid in white chocolate CBD. So anyway,
Is that the cops? Bitch, I gotta go.
oh no, welcome to LA. That's what's coming on outside my window.
I got a question, since you guys are in the goth rock, community, all the above. Do you know DK0 and do you know Fleisch Krieg?
I
the
don't.
band.
All right, we have to talk about them.
Yeah, they're both bands.
I need to give you a link to them. They live with you guys. Fleisch
I don't
Krieg.
know Flesh Creek personally, but I am aware of who they are.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
they're fucking amazing.
I went there for a week. The only time I've ever been to California. I went to where you guys are, and I helped them shoot both their music videos for a whole week. It was amazing. And D-Punk is one of the OG members of Abney Park, which is that really cool steampunk band.
Them I know.
And he's DK0, and he started the band. I can't get too far into it because they're not together anymore, but Kato Punk, that model that did a lot of steampunk stuff, they were together and they started the band, hence DK0. They're both in your neck of the woods, and I love them a lot. They're all very great people. And just because of the theme of your show, and you live in their neighborhood,
Please.
Huh?
Yeah, please send us the links. I can't wait to hear them.
Amazing. Yeah, Fleisch
Make
Krieg.
sure to ask Richard, the lead singer of Fleisch Krieg, to flash his armpits because
Yeah.
they're
He's
mighty.
got beautiful. We never saw armpits so beautiful
glorious.
until he showed us his armpits, and then I found out that armpits can be attractive.
Yeah, we're gonna do a
this
Band
is-
Wars stunt actually with his armpits. I think we're gonna eat like mashed potatoes out of his armpits.
Yeah,
or
like a
something.
bowl.
like
Wow.
use it as like a cereal
And
bowl.
we're gonna eat all these things out of his armpits.
Have like a
So his armpits concave or what's?
He's just a muscular toned armpit kind of guy.
Well, we definitely armpit fetishes. We know all about. I mean, you have to hear the
I
fetishes.
found
we
a
talk
new one.
about,
Yeah,
but
armpits. Sex.
what's so great about his armpits? What is so attractive
Well,
I
about
can't
his
explain it.
Well, okay, so the
They're like
story,
ocean shells.
well, like the story behind it is he was showing me some of their music a while ago. Like
they do a
videos.
cover of Relax. Don't do
it.
it.
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
great.
But he has
too.
a very awesome German, because they're going for that like UK German metal.
Yeah,
and he
it's
does it.
fucking
They do it
brilliant,
very
yeah.
well.
But he's
Right.
like, a lot of it is like shots of him in like a bath, like in a bath shower, you know, and there's like the
Yeah.
shower curtain.
I'll
And
send
he
you
just
guys
got
everything.
his arm up like this, like the whole time. Like it's just like full armpit shots. And I was just like, oh my God, what's up with this dude and his armpits?
Does
And,
he
like,
shave the pits or or
No,
does-
they're
No.
slightly hairy. He's
yeah, like it's just funny because his pits are all over that video. And so
Yeah.
like when I met him, I was like, dude, what's up with your armpits, man? man. And then they came up to Washington, up in Everett, just north of Seattle, and did a show with Cryptamnesia, and they're fucking amazing. Like their stage presence is so cool. And we were just like, dude, let's do these pits, bro. Like they're just so eager to show them off. It's all good fun. He thinks it's hilarious, but
I'm sending them your info right now.
Oh, please. Yeah. You gotta
they're
go
really
with these
cool.
I just can't believe that you
You gotta
guys
go with
all
these
never
friends.
met, because they're like literally in the
Can you
same.
know how many artists are down there with them?
In all of California, you guys are in the exact
We,
same.
we might have. I mean, it's funny because people send me stuff like, and then I find out I'm like, oh yeah, I run into you, and it's crazy. But Ticker, let me ask you now. Last name Twizted with a Z. Were you inspired by ICP's buddies or just a coincidence?
No, I hear that a lot, and I don't want to offend anybody, but I am not a fan of ICP.
Right.
And again, I don't want to offend anybody. A lot of people in the goth scene love them. I'm just being real. But obviously they're great at what they do because they're selling how many albums? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And a lot of great bands. But no, I just liked it. I've been going by Ticker since I was 13. I'm 32.
Right.
I'm actually 33 here in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And
right.
I was trying to think of something that went good with Ticker, and I was like, Ticker, Twizted. And I was like, yeah. So my friends gave me the name Ticker, but I came up with Twizted. And for a while, people were calling me the Living Nightmare, but I just can't fit. There's people like Wednesday 13 and bands out there that look really horrifying. I'm too like
Right.
smiley to be, even with all my green and monster stuff, I'm just not like terrifying.
He's a big teddy bear under all.
But because I used to fall asleep in cemeteries. It was like I loved doing it. I would take a big bottle of rum, and from the border of Canada all the way to Seattle, I would go to cemeteries at night and have a whole bottle.
Did
And
you
I
get
would-
arrested at one recently?
Recently.
Yeah, because you called me and you were like, I'm going to jail. And I was like, what?
Yeah, because I had this speaker that's portable, and it goes up to 122 decibels.
Okay.
Soundblock. If I could be sponsored by Soundblock, I would. They're incredible. And anyone out there, because we shoot music videos, and I needed something.
You got arrested for you Soundblock.
Yeah. And we needed something to drown out the drummer, so the drummer can hear our music. Because when bands want to shoot music videos in the middle of nowhere, it's really hard to find something that they can hear.
Mhm.
So I bought Soundblock. It's powered by this little like car battery, and a motorcycle is 102 decibels, so 122 decibels is insane. So I was blaring that in a cemetery like 3 a.m, like, let it rain down on me. I hate my life.
That'll do it. But I mean, it'd be weird to explain to all the other people in jail, like, what did you get arrested for? Why? I laid down in the cemetery, and they came and got me. I think that would be, it'd be
It
kind
was
of
a
weird.
great phone call to get at like 3 in the
Yeah,
morning.
this was before we were dating.
Yeah, we were
so
just
I would
friends
always
then.
call her and be like, Hekate,
I'm wasted.
shit's going down.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, dude. You crazy bastard.
So cemeteries, man. So I've been doing that forever. Now I can't remember what I was talking about. Cemeteries.
The
But,
cemeteries help you relax. You can sleep in cemeteries.
Yeah, I've been doing that forever, man. I forgot the whole point. of
Well,
that.
he sacrificed quite a bit for his music career. He's very diehard about his art, which is very commendable and quite attractive, if I might
Right.
say. He actually he was homeless for a while for his music and lived in a cemetery for like 6 months?
4
Like
months.
4
So wait, so
months?
you lived in the
I mean,
cemetery?
like, who's really gonna live there?
In
Yeah.
my car. I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want to be a burden. Like I hate when people treat you
Like charity
you
work.
treat it like garbage. Might
Yeah.
as well become garbage. So like I was embarrassed, but I also thought it was cool because it's the cemetery.
That
you
is
know?
fucking cool, dude.
So, but I got tired of it after a
Yeah,
while.
if you're gonna be homeless, I mean, it's better than under a bridge.
Well, you know
Oh,
what?
yeah,
You
if
hear,
you think about it, it's nice and peaceful there.
Well,
like,
all the people that you hear, like, I go to cemeteries all the time. I was expecting to see all these cool, like, goth rock types in the cemetery. In 4 months, in one of the busiest cemeteries, I didn't meet one person. So I was like, where is everybody? Like, I thought maybe.
it's just like people with flowers and things. I used to
Well,
smoke in
it's
cemeteries
quiet.
back in the day all the time.
It's
And
another thing we connected on. I was
go,
like,
like-
you went to cemeteries?
dude, there was like this cemetery in Steilacoom, Washington, that had like this back part that was like starting to be dug out and like trees ripped out and everything. So it was like this big mud pit. And back in
Nice.
high school, we'd like go smoke weed and fucking 4-wheel in the back of this cemetery. It was amazing. No,
but not over the graves. You don't want to.
No.
no.
I
It
mean, I
was
wasn't there,
like the back part of it, like that they were like expanding, so there wasn't anything there yet. It was just like all muddy, and they were tearing it up, and it was like perfect because no one's there. Like, who really goes and hangs out in cemeteries? It's like the best place to go.
Yeah, if you
know?
want,
if you want to do something bad,
or silent, like if
Yeah.
you want silence, man, because you got that
Yeah.
dead. If you believe in that stuff, like you got that dead silence from just like that energy. It's quiet, like cuts through any sound. There's a cemetery in Everett called Rutgers Tomb. They have like a pyramid.
oh, it's so fucking.
I'll send that
epic.
to you too, because one of the
Please.
first, around the beginning of us hanging out, Hekate, we had a music video in this house built in like 1807, which is ancient and old and very Victorian.
Yeah,
and
really cool
we were
house.
promoting. That's how we met, by the way. And we were promoting to have people come out because we wanted to make it look like the house was haunted. Like, this realtor is trying to sell the house. She lies and said, "Oh, it's not haunted." She leaves, and then like we
I saw that
operate.
video. It's great.
Oh yeah,
That
okay.
was great.
So she's the one with the dreads and gets them out of the box,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did.
out of the
Okay.
trunk. Yeah,
That was the day we met, actually.
She showed up and she's like, "Who's ready to party?"
Yeah, I get off the ferry fucking wasted.
And
And
I
I
was
was
like,
like,
whoa.
yeah.
I was like, "Whoa, marry me."
And I was like,
Right.
who's this guy?
So we
And
met
by the
that-
way, as you can tell, Nicole, these are fun people. But tell me about Beer Wars.
or Beer Olympics.
Beer Olympics. I'm sorry.
That's
Beer
all
Olympics.
her. That's all her. She,
So-
I'm
she's
mixing
the
Band
genius.
Wars and Beer Olympics. So I'm
She's the
sorry.
genius behind all of that. That's all her
So
baby.
basically, I mean, I'm not gonna
I'm gonna
lie,
grab the
man.
rum real quick.
Alcohol runs in my family, it really does. And I'm half German, so I love my beer. I have a great tolerance for it. And one day I just was like, it was like a fucking lightning bolt hit me. And I was like, I was really inspired by that movie Beer Fest. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna
Beer Fest is a great movie.
right. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna make the fucking Beer Olympics. So I hit up a bunch of friends and I'm like, hey, if I do this event, would you guys come and bring whoever, 12 rack per person, so that way everyone has their own beer for the games. And it just evolved. And the last year was our 4th, so this year is going to be my 5th year. Basically, it's like a collection of like 5 teams usually, and there's about 10 to 12 games. Like slip and slide flip cup, fucking beer pong, but with big garbage cans that I painted like solo cups, fucking ice cube tray chuggers. Dude, one beer fits perfectly in an ice cube tray, and you have to like fucking hit it with straws. So it's like a relay race, and it's just so fucking epic. And he came and fucking loved it. And we're like, dude, Band Wars footage, man, this is
We've
great.
done 2
Like,
for the show. We did
yeah.
the first episode ever. Babe, do you think, since they're like hooking us up with promo and stuff, that maybe if you guys are down to talk about it later or something, or hype it up, should we give them the first episode?
oh, I'm so, dude, you guys, fuck yeah, you guys will love it. Oh
The
my
first
I can't wait.
episode
I can't
coming
wait.
out
I'm
till-
excited. I'm very excited.
It's
Yeah?
so epic.
Just don't share it, but you two can watch
Yeah,
it.
don't share it because
Sounds
it will be on Amazon Prime. And we're shooting for late spring, early summer of 2022. So this year, so we'll be coming out soon. But yeah, I'm telling you, you will absolutely fucking adore it. And the Beer Olympics then was like our 3rd. We've done another one since, and it just gets better every year. It's one of those things where it started off as like a backyard, let's just get fucking drunk and play games and shit. And we have a big beer trophy that you can win and shit. It's ridiculous. It's a lot of fun. It's just all for fun. I mean, with what everything else we do, it's just all about fun. Life is short. Drink beer.
I'm only a little bit older than you guys, like just like by a couple of years. And I grew up on Viva La Bam and Jackass and all that stuff. And by the way, if you ever get a chance to meet Bam in person, he's really fucking cool, like very nice.
We're working on that. I think he'd be a great fit for Band Wars, like for sure, dude.
So,
And-
we had- oh, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say, if you come out here, he hangs out a lot of different, like he hangs out around the Central Strip and other places. It's pretty easy to bump into him.
Oh hell yeah, it's
That's
good to know.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's really good to know.
We
'Cause
we
he's
would
awesome.
we'd
dude.
love to
We
get him
love
on.
Bam.
we
And I'm a huge CKY fan. CKY is
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude starred, man.
Yep.
I had Steve-O on my radio show.
Yeah, just
the
really
beginning,
cool.
the beginning of my promo for Dead Man. And it's funny is that he's not horror themed, but like he does like suspense, and I was like, horror suspense, close enough. You know, and
Yeah, but come to find out, I guess he hates
horror stuff.
Yeah.
He hates horror movies.
Why does he hate horror? Or do I have to watch
I
to
was
find out?
about to find that out.
But he still did a horror themed radio show. So it was
Yeah.
a really cool dude, man. Like really fucking awesome.
So we tried one of the things that we didn't we were trying to surprise everyone with is that we were gonna have Steve-O on the show for Band Wars.
Yeah.
They showed like they were really into it. They loved the idea.
They loved it.
And then his like branding stepped in, his branding people, and they said that like it's not a good fit, and then like it just kind of snowballed. We were bummed, but they said that like they were really like sorry, but they loved it. Steve-O loved it. He was flattered because we did this thing called the Steve-O Games, which is kind of like Beer Olympics meets.
Well, he's got like and I don't know if you guys watch his podcast or anything, but he has like bar tricks that he used to do and stuff.
Sure.
So we decided, like, for one of the Band Wars skits, we were like, we're gonna fucking do the Steve-O games, and like
to get his attention.
And we
I already had his contact information.
Right, and we did a lot of those like tricks and shit. We had teams, you know, and Band Wars style, and we did all these like all these little stunts, like the Steve-O shot we call it, you know, where you fucking snort some salt, take a shot, and then lime in the eyes.
Yeah, because he does that.
Yeah, I think we've done that probably like almost a dozen.
Now we do it for
times.
like just a bar trick.
Yeah, we do it all the time now. But
sucks.
Yeah, we did all his little skits that his little old school.
We had a bunch of other bands like around tables. And,
yeah, it was a lot of fucking.
Because what happens is that the show is, it's always me and Hekate versus each other.
Yeah.
And somehow we don't like fight. We all have good like attitudes about it. So if I lose or she loses,
yeah, it's kind of like baseball rules. You know, we're always the captains, and so it's like I pick you, and then I pick you,
and everyone's
we
from a
devise our
band.
teams. Yeah.
It sounds like you're more competitive than you let on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but it's
we
all
still
there's
like 3 things where I'm like, no, you didn't win that, and she's like, no, you didn't.
Fuck
Like, whatever.
him.
Go fuck
I
yourself.
fucking win way more times than he does. I don't care what you.
She's not.
No. Well, I did see the drinking beer out of is it a pig's head, a sheep's head? What was it?
Yeah, so for the 3rd Beer Olympics, where I used to live, we had actually a homemade fucking rotisserie pit where you could roast like whole animals and shit, and I would do pig roast and shit all the time.
That shot's actually going to be in Band Wars too.
Yeah, and so that night before the Beer Olympics, we had because the pig comes frozen from like the butchers and stuff, and then you got to like shove it on the pole and marinate it and do all that shit before you put it on the spick and everything. So we had it out there, and it was like we were fucking wasted. So we were like, fuck it, let's drink off this bitch. I may or may not have gotten like fucking worms from that. I don't know, but I'll do it again. Shit.
It was like off the pig's eye through its mouth into our
right. No,
yeah, he almost threw up, dude. I did.
But then she kicked me.
I saw that. Yeah,
like saved me. I remember that. Like you kicked me in the dick.
You guys heard that first, okay? Getting kicked in the dick saved him from throwing up. So, ladies out there, if your man's about to puke, that's
getting kicked in the dick saved him.
Yeah, like it took my mental focus away from puking to ow, my dick hurts.
And speaking of that, now I alluded to it earlier, but you have another blog. It's an older blog where you're like, yeah, I've got a small dick. No, I've got a big dick. Now I got a small dick.
Oh my God!
How's it?
Yeah, don't. Yeah,
I mean, you're a rock star. You're a lead singer of a metal band. I'm assuming you got a fairly big dick, but I don't know.
It's perfect.
It's
all right. That means
to
it's
America.
average.
According to America, it's just slightly above average.
All right.
It's perfect.
I just like to joke about it.
It's not scary and it's not laughable. It's beautiful. I'm very happy.
That's the coolest thing you've ever said about me publicly. Thanks, Ben.
Oh, for that?
Yeah.
See how is that? The romance is just oozing through the screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What are you guys gonna do for Valentine's Day? That's coming up.
The way you get out of the friend zone is chemistry.
Yeah, we had instant, and everyone knew it. Oh, in fact, everyone knew it except us. We were trying to be like, no, we're friends, you know. And everyone's like, no, I don't know. You guys are like, my mom, of all people, she sees me like share this photo because she did a photo shoot with us at that cemetery I told you about, the big pyramid.
Right.
And she was like, shit, my mom was just checking her out. She's like, you and this girl would be perfect together. I'm like, yeah, you know, but she's married and I'm with a bitch.
That's the thing.
So,
I need to
like,
find a married woman.
yeah,
that's what I need to find.
Yes. Yes, I need a married woman and then groom her and keep the chemistry going. Yeah.
Groom her.
Hey, I may have been married, but I'll be honest, it wasn't a happy marriage. It's one of those like, yeah, there's a kid.
Is
and
there
let's
such a
make it work.
thing? Is
I
there
mean,
such a thing?
I think so. I mean, we're planning on getting married, and I would die for this son of a
Oh, you know
bitch,
what?
I don't think
Well,
that's
honestly.
Tourette's. He just rolled his
So,
eyes.
Fleischkrieg, well, that was a tick. A well-planned tick. No, Fleischkrieg's coming up to play our wedding, so if there's any way you guys can care of it. Everyone
Yeah,
that
if
we
you
know
guys
in the
want to
same-
come up, there's gonna be a fucking tiger.
Not that
By
they're-
the way, if you need a minister, I'm available. I am.
Yes, he can marry you.
I'm sure you got somebody.
We
but-
are actually both ordained ministers ourselves.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Isn't
I'm
that
the
fun?
clergy
Oh, you got to
people.
join the crowd.
Yeah.
I was trying to do something called Marriage for Misfits for people that were like gay that couldn't get married, or like people that had like abstract like Halloween themed stuff that people wouldn't do.
That's like kind of
Yeah.
why I did it.
Yeah.
Just to like be able to marry anybody, you know.
Yeah, but we so check this out. We were
Those-
gonna.
Good.
Actually, oh, sorry. No, you go ahead, man.
No, I said the reason I became an ordained minister was Rodney Eastman from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4 asked me to ordain his wedding. So the people that actually talked at the wedding and gave
Damn.
testimonials were
Oh,
the nerd guy from Nightmare on Elm Street 3, the black guy from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4, and Jennifer Rubin from Nightmare on Elm Street 3. So it was, and Lisa Wilcox from Nightmare on Elm Street 4 was there too.
That's,
What a great time that was.
that's so cool.
that's
dude.
like one for the books, man. That's
Yeah.
sick.
We're not even that great a friend. I was like, why me? And I figured it out. I think I'm the only person that he knows that doesn't have a lot of sex. So I think that's what happened. But so I'm closer to a priest than anybody he knows. But
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Well, that's kind of like ours.
You look sexy as fuck.
You
On a
know?
scale of
Oh,
1 to
thank you so
Hasselhoff,
much.
on a scale of 1 to Hasselhoff, you're a 9.5.
oh, thank you so much. And I don't know if David Hasselhoff's quite the gauge, but
As you can see, it wasn't his pickup lines that worked for me.
I can see that. That was yeah. If you're trying to pick me up, that's a
You
big
should have
fail.
talked to me for a while because one time I was
Mark, not yet. You gotta wait until he's married.
like, I was like, is that a ladder in your pants or the stairway to heaven?
Oh,
Like, do you want to get kicked in the dick, or are you gonna have a shot with me?
Well,
no. Very nice. And see, that's better. I like that one. And you know, there are a lot of guys that do like getting kicked in the dick. I was actually
I've
watching
seen
because you had a show Headbangers Live, and I was watching the Soulfly episode,
yeah.
Wait,
Okay,
and
so
you
know about
actually
that.
and it was a good episode, but you apparently made a faux pas and wore a Soulfly shirt to a Soulfly concert.
Yeah, you know what's weird about all that is, first off, I didn't really get the joke because that's what fans do. I was told to do that. They're like, so Chris.
Oh, is that stick?
Yeah, so the thing I like about working with Chris is nothing's scripted and there's no drama. Like he left, one of the reasons why they left. For example, Pon told us, Pon from Ink Master said that there was a time when they said, hey, just to let you know, like, you won. You know, so make sure that, you know, like, got them all excited. And they did that because what happened is that he lost. And they wanted him to look extra
Like the real
upset.
emotion, yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
is
fucked
so
up.
fucked, you know? So we one thing I like about Chris is that when he left all that stuff, he made sure that everything was, like, you know, organic, but like he sets up scenes. So he's like,
Right.
you can have this shirt, you just gotta wear it and I gotta make fun of you. And I was like, all right. I was like, what are we gonna do? And he's like, well, I'm gonna make fun of people that wear shirts to the shut up, Alexa. Sorry.
I think your Alexa's got Tourette. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it's contagious to a degree. What was I saying? God damn, it's
That-
mind
so
of mine.
he
No,
said
we were talking
wear
about the
shirt.
shirts and
Yeah.
yeah.
Wear the shirt to
So
the
it was
show.
kind of set up to be like funny, and I went with it, and they, you know, I'm okay with being a butt of a joke because I'm like, you know,
That's reality
but I
TV
didn't
though.
get
That's
it,
all
'cause that's what-
setups.
yeah, some
Yeah.
of them, like for Band Wars is like very minimal to setups. Like the only thing that we're gonna set up, I think, in the whole first season is this Krampus thing we're gonna do where, do you think it's cool to say like
Yeah,
that?
why not?
So each episode is a holiday theme. So
Well,
like,
not really so much holiday, but we're like seasonal, like summer, fall,
Yeah.
like so like
Right.
summer, Halloween, Christmas.
so for the first two, we were gonna make one, but there's so much greatness with the first summer stuff that we're
But
gonna
it's
do.
summer.
2
There's
episodes.
so much shit. I mean, you guys
Um,
got beautiful weather year round. It's like a fucking freezer up here half the goddamn year, or like
Right.
torrential
You guys can't
downpour.
wait for summer.
Oh yeah. So we have plenty of summer footage. So that's probably going to be a 2-part episode. For
I can't
sure.
wait until people see the Vegas scavenger hunt though.
Oh my god.
I can't believe
So you
we
have
didn't-
all this. You have all this footage in the can just from the
Oh, yeah,
COVID and everything. And
yeah. Well, so we didn't let
Yeah.
it stop us. We kept going. I mean,
Yeah,
we
we had to adjust quite a bit. Like, there was a lot more things we wanted to do that like involved being at a certain location, things that obviously either unfortunately the business went out of business, or with all the COVID mandates and restrictions, like they weren't allowing things, so but we took that as like, fuck it, this isn't going to stop us, let's just tailor shit around it, and we'll do what we can do. So we weren't even really originally planning on having the beer Olympics be such a focal point in Band Wars, just kind of like a little thing, because I do it anyways, but it did end up taking quite a bit more spotlight than we had intended because
There's some
of
great
that very
moments,
reason.
and you two will
Yeah.
see it. You'll
Oh,
see. Why.
it was definitely a pleasant surprise, but because of COVID, it really it put a fucking big wrench into a lot of the things we were gonna do. It drew back the timeline of when we wanted to have
and
things
it's not
done.
that we like didn't respect the things. We just didn't want to let it stop.
We
us.
just
So, like,
did things that
like
we could do.
we brought
Yeah.
like a jar, like a huge gallon of sanitizer, told everyone to wear a mask offset. But like we didn't want to like stop things going. And I don't care what anyone says or like if they're upset.
Well, we
about
had
that.
like mall skits and shit that we couldn't do,
Yeah.
or like places that were either out of business now or they were very like closed temporarily. So we just were like, okay, fuck it, let's for example, like go out in the woods and fucking do something. Let's figure a new skit
There's an
out,
island. There's an island. We're gonna do like a naked and afraid thing. We're not gonna be naked, but
yeah, and I'm not gonna be afraid. He probably will. He's scared.
what
of
do we
the dark.
call it though? We were gonna be called like dumb and not afraid or something like that.
I don't know, but we're gonna get
And
stranded on a fucking island.
We're gonna have a boat guy. We have a friend that's gonna drop us off on this island and leave us there for 48 hours. But we're both gonna like go and like plant each other's stuff. So there's gonna be stuff you can find that
yeah,
only
little
like the other.
treasures.
So it's like Metal Survivor?
You better fucking
gotta-
bury me. Yeah, you better bury me a bottle of liquor.
I want to bury you a pack of hot dogs.
I mean, all right, I'll fuck with that.
What'd you say, Mark?
I said it's like Metal Survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and
there
we
you
have
go.
some redneck friends that are cool with taking us hunting. She's been like firing guns and hunting, but I haven't gone, even though I have a whole family that does that stuff. So
Yeah.
my cousin agreed to take us. There's like ocean duck hunting or something like
Yeah,
that.
like it's like these weird, like I don't know what kind of animal it is, but it's like some kind of like not an albatross, but like a ocean only type of bird. I don't know. But they like hunt, I guess it's something that people hunt. So it sounds absolutely freezing cold. And
So we're gonna dress like this, and we want to kind of look like dumb rocker types that like are gonna go and hunt, even though like we have a little more mindset of what to do.
yeah, we're gonna look like asses.
Yeah, and I have Tourette, so it's gonna set off.
You're gonna
like,
scare all the birds
Yeah, I was
away.
gonna say it just.
So
Careful
once
shooting the
again, I
gun.
will win. I'm all about it.
I would stay behind him if I were you. Just a tip. Just I would be very safe distance, and I wouldn't stand in front of him. That's why I just
no. So here's
You have to hunt him in a boat, like a little boat. Like you go out on like a big boat, and then you get in these little like 3-man boats and go out there. Like it sounds really insane. I don't honestly, I've never done anything like that or personally know anybody, so it's gonna be quite interesting. But
well, so the thing that people need to know is that even though it sounds like chaos, just like Jackass,
it's controlled chaos.
Jackass had professionals watching over. We actually, so like me and my crew, the people filming, we've all graduated Full Sail University.
right.
We got film school.
Me and a couple people.
Right.
in the crew.
Right.
So they teach us a lot about safety and stuff. So even though like we're out doing stuff, we have people by the side. I actually half the time I call the cops and let them know what we're gonna do, because cops, their job is to, if like, so we're gonna do some skits here soon, probably this weekend actually, called a show Shutdown Timer, where we're gonna go to inappropriate places and rock out like a library, and they're gonna kick us out. So the idea is that you call the cops and say, hey, we're gonna do this, just to let you know. and they say as long as you leave when we ask you to, you know, because if you
There's no
resist and you cause problems in a riot, then you're doing, you know, you're causing
Right,
problems
yeah.
in public.
Yeah.
But if you know, you're on the same
Well,
team,
like playing loud noises in the cemetery.
Right.
well, I did that just to be a dick.
Well,
and I was
yeah,
drunk,
that was
but-
yeah, he was just drunk. But yeah, like I mean, a lot of things we've done, like we were gonna do some we did some shit at this mall and you know, and like other venues, and we just let the cops know, like, hey, you know, we're gonna be doing this thing here. The, you know, the owners are cool, or maybe they don't know, but we're gonna do this. We're not harming anybody, we're not damaging any property.
Just
We're
being
not
annoying.
gonna litter. We're just doing some stupid shit for a TV show. There's no liability, no one's gonna get hurt. And they're usually like, okay, cool, well, thank you for letting us know. But if they do call the cops on you, you know, you have to legally ask you, otherwise you're subject to
Right.
the law. And we get that, we respect that.
Washington's
you know?
a little more like California. I can see.
I was going to say, try that with the LAPD. Forget it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, our cops up here, especially up where we're at in Bellingham and like north of Seattle, like Everett,
Right.
you know, they're you know, good people just trying to do their job.
Well,
you know?
and on
they're
the
pretty
film,
understanding.
on a film side too, Oregon and Washington are very lax with like film regulations and stuff. In fact, the only thing that
Sure.
you're not actually legally allowed to film is at like a refinery. I don't know why. Like in Alabama, you can't film a barn. It's random.
Yeah, that's
My
awesome.
instructor taught me that. But in Washington, you can't do that.
He actually made a music video for the police department in Cedro Woolley, and it's fucking hilarious.
Did you guys ever catch on when people were doing the cop lip sync challenge? It was like a big YouTube thing, and people were going to film cops. And then there's a big joke about like, now you know where all the cops are.
No, I missed that.
It's a great video he made. It's
Well, just
hilarious.
to give people out there a little heads up on like how to like make some like traction. So it was like a viral video on my company, and that's what got me all the subscriptions.
That's cool.
And stuff. And if you see something that picks up, jump on it, even if it's dumb. Like I didn't like the mannequin challenge. I thought that was so stupid.
Absolutely.
But like people did
Or the planking or the ice bucket, all that shit.
Yeah. The list goes on. Like,
yeah,
all-
but if you're a videographer and you want to get some attention, there's nothing wrong with making your own version. And these cops did a great job, and they kind of played into the cop thing. Like they stole
donuts.
they stole the fireman's truck and clothes to look like firemen, but then they went into like a Safeway and just stole all these donuts. Like so they
It was like amazing.
you know, so they joked about how cops eat donuts, and it was pretty funny.
It's a great
Yeah.
video. It's hilarious.
And you do that kind of stuff, and it kind of helps. It helps do stuff like that.
So when you guys go hunting, just be careful. I don't want any.
Well, so yeah, I
alcohol,
was trying to tell you that. So we have a safety thing where I have a guy that is kind of like how Wild Boys had an animal expert, and they have like certain people doing that. We have a guy that is both like he's a weapons specialist. He used to like be at the gun range to help people, and he also is like an exotic animal groomer. He came into my job once with a kangaroo, like some kind of like miniature kangaroo. It was like it was weird. It looked like a teddy bear and a kangaroo. Like it was some kind
Like a
of
wombat or some shit.
something like that.
I don't know. I'm not from
So
Australia.
he's an animal specialist, and he's allowed to legally groom these things, and he's legally allowed to watch over with ballistics and stuff.
Group or like breed them.
Both. He said that he had a farm. He was raising them and
Yeah, like
breeding them.
breeding them.
Yeah. So this guy that she hasn't met him yet, but he's there for those kinds of things. And he said he was down. We have a guy like that. You have to do that kind of stuff when you're doing what we're doing. And you know that
We've
for
got
a
a
fact
guy
that
for everything.
Jackass has probably everyone around them when they're doing.
Oh, I'm sure that's
Yeah,
it's not,
we try to do the same. We don't mind getting hurt. Like
We
at
don't
all.
expect others to. We're
But
like
we
the
don't want,
Jackasses.
we don't want like, our musicians, especially they're musicians, they need their hands, they don't want to fall down and break their wrist,
Sure.
then they're fucked.
So we're doing a thing with roller skates. We won't say anything else, but it's going to be hilarious. That's just an element in it.
Yeah.
But a lot of the guitar players we know won't do it, and we won't
Yeah.
expect them to, because
Yeah.
if they fall and break their wrist, they're out.
Yeah, exactly. So we try to keep it safe for everybody, somewhat for ourselves, but we're more okay with getting hurt. I mean, fuck that spray paint shit you saw. My hand was broken during that, by the way.
oh yeah, that's the other
Spray
thing.
paint golf?
Spray
Yeah,
Is that
paint
public?
golf.
Yeah.
Is it public?
There's like some stuff on your YouTube page about spray paint golf and
Oh,
the
he was
yeah,
watching some stuff we were prepping. And,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
You were prepping it, yeah.
Okay, I was like,
yeah,
oh,
my
crap.
hand was lit broken that whole skit, like for I think I went like 3 days, like over 72 hours before I like went to the doctors and got it. They were like, they didn't even believe me. They're like, there's no way it's broken. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it is. It's just a hand, whatever. You know,
Well, that's
I got
about the
another
time
one.
you guys first started going out. So you broke her hand and got her hand.
Well, I broke my own hand because I was a drunken idiot.
Yeah, she stole a toilet that night.
Yeah, I stole a toilet with a broken hand. Well, it was my birthday. I was like, fuck it, dude. There was like this beautiful, glorious toilet on the side of the road. I was like, I'm fucking taking it. They're heavy as shit, by the way.
I'm aware.
But luckily it was somebody else's car and it spilled everywhere. In the
It was like it was just water, but it's funny because there's like this permanent brown rust.
Yeah, it's
spot,
like muddy, rusty.
so it looks like
water.
shit.
So it's not just water.
Yeah, probably not.
But I got the
If
toilet
it's
out.
brown, it's not just water.
Yeah.
Not my car. And
So spring's gonna be insane for us. So one thing that we're trying to let everyone know right now is that footage we told you about, the Vegas footage. We have everything ready to go. I've been editing as we go, so we're all caught up. But the Vegas footage is lost. It's on a drive that got damaged. I plugged in this drive, did a data transfer, and in the middle of the transfer, the drive just decided to fail. For those who don't know, that's like the end of your footage.
it's like
But
Armageddon.
there's a
dude.
place. There's a place that recovered stuff for like.
Isn't that down where they're at too?
I think so. Like Family Guy movie, all these great like big movies. Oh, because something you guys should also know is that footage is never gone forever.
Yeah.
And even if you reformat a drive, somewhere in the brain of that thing, there's this data that's always there. So your stuff is all salvageable, and we were able to get 90% of it back, but it's going to cost $3,200. So our campaign that you see, if you guys see the GoFundMe for Band Wars, it's not only for that, but it's for other stuff. But the thing is that there's two bands. The bands, the Adverse Effect and No Buffer paid for our whole way.
Dude, they hooked us up. Shout out to you guys. They room and board everything to go to Vegas and let us go wild with
That's great.
band shit. I mean, there was like 14 cops involved, and 15. I can't believe I personally didn't go to jail.
We jumped in the fountains at like the with the big fireballs.
No, I think it's a mirage, like the
Mirage,
the volcano fucking fountains, dude. We dove in those fountains while the fire was going off in front of like
we were
hundreds of fucking
climbing
people.
all over Chris Angel's like
Motorcycles.
heavily guarded motorcycle, and somehow
We didn't even get kicked out, dude. We were like, what the fuck?
it was just like luck. But we were having a loud night at the hotel, and 8 cops.
Yeah, I opened the door and there's like
8 of them.
just a shit ton of cops. I was like,
And I thought we were about to get busted for everything that we did do. Like they caught up with us.
Yeah, they finally found us.
But we were just being loud, and they told us that people thought we were fighting. So we were like,
yeah, we were having like a big party with a bunch of people and the other bands and stuff. But yeah, Vegas was insane.
Well, I was gonna say it's not a Vegas trip unless 15 cops threaten you with arrest. So
And
he understands.
it's great.
He gets
So
it.
it's probably the most ruthless footage we have, and it's got their.
There's 2 bands
sorry,
mentioned.
I'm getting all excited, so my ticks are out through the roof right now. But all their music video footage is in there. So like we're gonna use the Vegas footage for their videos, and they're gonna have epic videos.
Yeah.
But it got lost in that. So what we're telling everyone is like, we're trying to raise $7,000 because it's $3,200 for the drive alone. But then we want to make sure that everyone gets the cool rewards that we're offering, like shot glasses, t-shirts, shirts,
posters.
And then if you donate $25 or more, you'll always be in the end credits of the film. Charlie Renegade's in the credits because he's been helping out. You get a link to the first episode before the debut, and you get a soundtrack to all the bands that have been involved.
But not only that, if you donate at least $25 to it, you are entered in 2 raffles. One of which is to win this fucking epic guitar that was like donated to us by.
I'm gonna say it this one time because I don't think he's listening, and if he is, sorry, CJ. Because we're not legally allowed to say which band, but I feel like this is the one time we are naughty, So he was in a band I used to listen to all the time called Chimera. He was in Chimera, and Chimera was pretty damn big for a while.
Yeah.
And he's not anymore. because they're going through some legal disputes. But he is donating his 7-string LTD guitar as
It's
a raffle.
so fucking clean. It's black.
And
it's,
and if you're
Great.
up here in Washington, you get a chance to win 9 tickets. You get 9 chances to win 9 tickets for the Static X, Mushroom Head.
oh, the list is massive. Like the fucking
Twizted.
lineup is insane.
Twizted, Fear Factory show up here at the Knitting Factory and Soto. So there's all these really cool benefits and perks to donate, and you only got to donate at least $25.
Yeah, there's also one more with the 25. You also win a chance. We're doing like a Willy Wonka theme kind of thing, like the 5 golden tickets. So it'll be like 5 winners with just the $25 donation. And there's like there's different packages we have. If you spend a certain amount, you get these certain things. And if you spend $500, you get to actually be in the show. Musicians are always welcome, but there's a lot of people that like friends and, you know, friends of friends or you know, venue owners and things that were like, oh my God, I want to be a part in this, but they're not a musician or an entertainer. So it's like, well, we're reserving those spots for, you know, those types of people. But if you donate the 500 or are one of the 5 lucky winners for just donating $25, you get your choice. Like, we'll give you a list of all of our skits.
And we'll bring you here. We'll bring you here from wherever you are.
Yeah, we'll bring you, and then you get to choose. Like, oh, I want to do that skit, or I want to do that skit.
Yeah, so we'll give you the list of all the stuff we got coming up.
In that $500 package, even though you only spent $25. So I mean, like, fuck, a chance to win a guitar, 9 chances to win tickets, 5 chances to win.
You sold me. I'm donating $25. I can't wait. GoFundMe, Band Wars.
Thank you so much.
It sounds great, and you know, at $500 you get to be in the show. That'd be fantastic.
And have fun.
How much fun has this show been?
Oh my God, I couldn't even put a fucking number on it, dude. Like,
what about you, Nicole? Have you had fun?
Of course I have.
I think we got two good new friends now.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to be on again soon, especially. Now, when is this supposed to drop on Amazon Prime?
Late spring, early summer is kind of the goal we're looking at right now.
We don't have a time yet because we need to make sure that the
footage, and with the footage that comes back. So we're kind of unfortunately stuck in a bit of limbo, but that's like our target goal.
It will be though. Early summer at the least. Yeah. And we're gonna have a debut up here. There's this big theater.
Pickford Theater.
We're gonna have a party bus and a limo.
Yeah, like a red carpet event. We're just gonna get wasted. Man, we got this party bus. It's like a smoke bus, to be honest with you.
And we want
Renegade Kush, you better get your shit together by then.
We want we want sponsors. So even if it's like your podcast, your logo, because we're gonna take photos too. So we'll have that, you know, that big scrim in the back with we're gonna have Lion Pride, Renegade Radio. We're actually shooting for Coors Light, Rolling Rock. Turns out it's not that hard to get them to sponsor you.
Well, we kind of have to. The Beer Olympics, dude. There's fucking Rolling Rock and Coors Light everywhere in that shit. And it's like, you know how much time it's going to take to blur all that shit out? We might as well just hit them up, be like, hey, your shit's everywhere. like this will be good for you. We don't want any money or anything, but like, is it okay?
Monster Energy drink and stuff like that. So if we can get some locals like you guys and stuff in it too, we'll have the promotion in the back, photos, like I said, the full red carpet experience.
Because honestly, that's what it's all about for us. Like, Band Wars is a lot of fun. We grew up like Nicole was saying, we grew up, you know, in the Jackass Viva La Bam era, and we love that. But more importantly with Band Wars is we love supporting all these local small guys that don't get noticed. We want everybody's shit blasted all over as much as we can, you know, like just really bring everyone's eyes on like, whoa, I didn't know that was a radio station, or whoa, I didn't know that was a band, you know, because it's cool to help each other out, you know. It's really what we're all about.
And there are a lot of like promoters and people out there that, I don't know, like when you were asking earlier like how the music scene is up here, it does seem a bit more cutthroat, because I feel like people are afraid to lose their limelight, so they won't share theirs. But that's what we're about. I think that, you know, back in the 80s you hear about how like Motley Crue and the other band, I think Guns N' Roses, them were either friends or enemies, but Motley Crue and other bands that were together would walk down the strip and hand out flyers together. You know, they got where they were because they worked together.
Networking, teamwork.
You know, that's how we've always looked at it. So the bands that we all know that are in the show, they're all like that. and we're trying to like promote each other. And yeah, it benefits everybody. Like it'll help us get the show going full time. You know, I would love to wake up every day and know that my job is to do Band Wars.
Oh fuck yeah. My body wouldn't like that, but fuck it, you know.
So like if you want to know like the agenda, yeah, that's what I want. But like I love the bands that we have, and they're good people. Like everyone wants a moment. So why not have this format, you know, that was given to us.
And it's so much
and just
fun.
Promote, because we can't afford to have like Megadeth and all those bands for music anyway. So why not use the local music on
which
the
is
show?
just as fucking good. That
It's
just
great.
it just doesn't get that it doesn't get noticed the same, you know, especially the way the internet is now. You know, it's so easy to get lost in the soup of everything. You know, there's so much content out there.
Well, I think you guys are cutting through, and I think
thank you.
I think your time is about to come, and I'm so stoked to meet you. I mean, definitely, you know, we all vibed, and it was a lot of fun. And who knows, I might be up in your neck of the woods soon enough. But before I do, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, your social media, your bands, everything you want to promote.
It's just Band Wars. If you go to Facebook and type
Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram is Band Wars TV. Sorry, it's the end of the. I'm so stoked right now.
Just look for
we better end the show before he goes to the hospital. I don't know
I'll blow up. Instagram Band Wars TV. Facebook is Band Wars. The GoFundMe. If you go to any of those, the GoFundMe is everywhere.
Yeah, you'll see the link, and then you can find his band and my band. He's Cryptamnesia. My band's Deadbeat Blackout. We're on Facebook, Instafuck, all that shit, Spotify, all that shit. you know.
Go.
Oh, you're wearing my hoodie.
Oh,
yeah. And,
I figured there had to be one more sappy romantic moment before we end.
Dude,
I hate this guy.
By the way, this is hashtag relationship goals for me. I got to tell you. And Nicole, how do people get a hold of you?
A messenger is great. If you hit up either Band Wars TV on Instagram, or if you're on Facebook, just Band Wars, message us. We're always active on there. You're probably gonna talk to him because I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking terrible on Messenger. So but we're really responsive. We're really quick. We're really down to earth. You know, we're just all about having a good time. We love networking and shit. So anyway, you guys want to reach out to us, you know, those are the best.
I love how Hekate said the second time I said Nicole, she pops in and so great. I love it. It's like you're interchangeable. But Nicole, how do people really get a hold of you and your books and your horror writing and all of
because
that?
we want to support you too. So if we can,
we love horror shit.
Take your stuff and promote it, buy it. You know, if you're on something, let us know, because that's what it's all about. You know, like we all the music that you hear on Band Wars too. If it's on Bandcamp, we buy it. So if you want your music, you know, I'm just saying, like, we support each other like that. So tell us.
You should check out the book, Some Fucked Up Shit. Nicole, you are Nicole 6 Books on Instagram.
6 books?
Nicole 6.
My name's Nicole 6 because my mom used to sleep with Nikki 6. It's a long story.
Oh shit, that's pretty epic.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
We gotta hang out sometime because I want to hear that story.
Yeah. Also, it'd be kind of cool to have an element of that in Band Wars. Anyways.
Anyway, and when you guys come back on in the summer, when your show is on Amazon Prime, maybe we'll get into that. I'm Goth Comedian, all social media, and everybody have a wonderfully drunk metal week. Bye.
Yeah, I did.